I've already seen print protection auto film shop owners complaining in different Facebook groups that things are slowing down already and winter isn't even here yet. It's the same story every year. Ads dry up, leads ghost, and people assume it's just dead season once again. But here's the reality. Your services are still in demand even during winter. You just have to work extra hard to show people the benefits. If you stick around to the end, I have a winter database reactivation strategy you can get access to, which can help you get some bookings when the calendar is too empty. If you don't adjust your ads to the current season, you're basically risking your audience not understanding that your services are good even during cold seasons, and for some services, actually necessary for cold seasons. So that could mean missed jobs, wasted ad spend, and your pipeline running empty while bills keep coming in. Most print protection and RFM shops make the same mistakes, as I mentioned earlier. They run the same basic ads they used in summer. They burn through every dead lead right away with generic reactivations, or they, even worse, they go completely quiet until spring. And that's why I commented on a post the other day where someone was complaining that things were already slowing down in September. I posted a below comment and I want to aim the question towards you as well. Are you running ads, and if so, how? Are you just running the same generic ads everyone runs all year, or have you tried including winter elements that make your services more attractive in the cold months? Because here's the truth. Most people think winter's here, I'm not driving my new car, I'll wait until spring. But the whole point of marketing is to literally convince them otherwise. You just have to remind them of the benefits your service already has for winter, continuously. Right? This might sound stupid, but people may know the benefits of a service, but that information gets forgotten. I repeat, the whole point of marketing is to literally convince people to buy your services. So if you're out here not doing any sort of marketing, I'm not saying just ads, a lot of things can be marketing. It could be organic posts. It could be even the caption that you sometimes write, or the voiceover videos that you sometimes make. If you add in winter elements, I'm sure you would people would see a lot more value in your services. And the sad thing is, in a lot of detailing services, detailing, tinting, whatever you want to, whatever you do, there are some services have great benefits even in cold seasons, but people just don't mention it for some odd reason. So you have to look at your market through a holistic perspective, because unfortunately the industry is getting crowded. You've got new mobile detailers and tinters popping up left and right due to influencers advertising side hustles as some cheap business anyone and their dog can start. And you have these smaller detailers going as far as faking reviews, which can make your 50 to 100 real, authentic, genuine 5-star reviews seem like nothing on Google. And these businesses use cheaper materials, obviously they have less attention to detail, which means they can afford to dump their prices. You can't. You see where I'm going with this? Their services are cheaper. They probably have less attention to detail in their work, which means that they most likely spend less time, so it's more profitable for them. Their margins are better, right? They likely don't have any staff. You're competing against these people, and they can't afford to dump their prices. You can't. The truth is, premium clients could start lumping you together with the cheap businesses if you were to drop your prices too far. And suddenly you're no longer seen as premium. You're seen as all the other small businesses chasing cheap work. So instead of random discounts or generic ads, do something that your competitors probably aren't doing. That is, position your services right. So if you're running ads, you can try adding winter elements. You could show salty rocker panels, dirty fenders, whatever you want to call them in your area. and how your services fixes those problems. People with more premium cars love seeing the process that their car is going to go through. They love seeing the people that are going to work on their car. They love seeing as much as possible, basically. And again, as I mentioned, add winter elements. Explain, like, if you make an ad and you include something that people are actively experiencing, an active pain point, that would really help your ads a lot, especially if it's something active that they're currently experiencing in winter. And for the messaging, you can focus on peace of mind, protection, such as protection from salt, rock chips, and road grime. You can make it feel more urgent by incorporating real urgency, not false urgency, in ads, which has been shown to boost conversion rates from 2.5% to as high as 10.8%. The reason I emphasize real urgency is because I've seen businesses utilize fake urgency, and it's not a good look. It can really hurt your reputation. So please be careful with that. So we need less discount blasts, more value. Another thing you could try is reactivation strategies. So if you're running reactivations all year, you could try holding back on the leads from September to October, because you don't want to waste them too early. I'm not saying that it's bad to do reactivation campaigns all year, but the reason I say is that if you were to re-engage them a lot, it can be a bit annoying. You don't want them to report your number or maybe even give you a bad review, that you're a spammer, or you're giving unsolicited calls. You don't really want to deal with that. So instead, you can try re-engaging them in November to January with a winter-specific offer. This is the gold mine right here, winter-specific offer, because timing is everything, and leads that ghosted in October probably weren't ready then. But when you reach out in December with things like protect your car before the salt destroys it, it feels fresh, urgent, and way more relevant. And even if you don't quote-unquote save these leads, repeat clients can be a lifeline for your business. So when things slow down, you can market to your already existing client list, ask them what's going on, and often book jobs just by staying in touch. Right? If you're not marketing to your existing client base during winter, you could be missing a lot of low-hanging fruit that can help you stay afloat. That's what a lot of businesses do. And for some odd reason, some businesses don't do this. Like they just struggle, and they never think to look back at their client base, reach out, speak to them, see their needs. Maybe they need their PPF needs some maintenance or whatever. So it's always helpful to reach out to your already existing clients, because you never know what new needs, desires, or wants they might have, or even pain points. So don't be discouraged, because December last year was actually one of the best months of the year for some of our clients, like David, who spent a total of $840 in ads. This is converted from British pounds, by the way, and generated about $10,291, giving him a 12.2x return on ad spend. Now, our client David may not have the exact same services as you, but it's pretty logical. If you market your services as something that people need, want, or desire, and you actually showcase real value, it's pretty difficult to not get a boost in sales. As you can see here, this is the total ad spend, and this is the revenue. Oops. This is the revenue. So I repeat, do not be discouraged, because the probability of your service being completely useless and impossible to carry out in the winter is low. And this is a very good point. If competitors get work just fine during winters, why can you not? Think about it. Because clearly in this case, there are people out there. You just have to find out how to reach them. Right? And these competitors could have possibly leaned into winter messaging and timed their reactivations properly, which helped them fill their shop with a lot more customers than others, while everyone else thought it was slow season. Right? Again, you just have to find out how to reach them. How do you reach them? If they are seeing your ads, but they're not buying anything, if they're not booking in, if they're not submitting any lead forms, clearly it's because they don't really see a value in your services. And if your services actually have a benefit in winter, what could you lose from emphasizing those benefits during winters? Right? I'm not saying, let's just say you're advertising ceramic coating. I'm not saying that you should just throw aside the main, like the most popular benefits of ceramic coating, such as showroom shine, whatever you want to include those in the ads as well. I'm not saying make ads that only focus on the winter elements, but it always helps to mention them. Right? It always helps to pour salt on the wound, if that makes sense, right? And if your ads were to stumble on an audience that actively experience that pain point that supposedly your services fixes, guess what? You already succeeded in finding out how to reach them, because now you're advertising a service that fixes a pain point, right? You're selling a solution. So comment the word WINTERPREP in the comments below, and I'll send you a copy of this whole document, which also includes the below free example, a winter database reactivation campaign that you could try out. I'll see you in the next video.